I'm announcing my arrival. Hello. Hello. How are you? Hello. Hello. Welcome to the Lacey Show. I hope you're all doing well. I was last minute like usual. Oh, I forgot to put the live chat on. There we go. Hi, Trev. Hey, Mew. Hi, Jay. Hey, Drummonds. Good to see you. I hope you're doing okay. My hat's screwed up right here. That was the one thing that I was like, aw. But I like this hat. I get to wear my cute summer hats now. Yeah. No Illuminati sign, hand sign. I like anime, remember. Good. Well, I don't really know what we're going to do today, but we will be able to do some open chatting and talking. I just want to wait for people to come in and join us for a few minutes. And then I will start talking more about what's been going on with me. But yesterday was Marvin's birthday, and we had a great time. Marvin's in heat, actually, so she's having an excellent time. She's doing a horny dance, taking a horny stance, doing a horny dance, taking a horny stance. You know how they do that with their butt? Yeah. Hi, Comley. Good to see you. Thanks for joining, everybody. So, yeah, that's Marvin. And she keeps trying to escape outside. But she doesn't run away, though, thankfully. But she goes out there to do the horny dance all over the balcony. So when you see a female cat going down like that with her butt up in the air and the tail to the side, that's the horny dance. Cheers. And Salem is doing well. I have to give them a little bit of food before I just get into things. That's probably what I'll do, and just take a minute and give them some more wet food. I hope that the fans and everything aren't too loud. It's 25 degrees out today where I am, and it is a beautiful day. All the leaves are coming out on the trees. I went for a walk yesterday. I went for a walk this morning, and I'll probably go for another one later on. Okay, good, because it is so hot in here. Well, it's not too hot. It's like I make it so that it's reasonable, but I need them on, or it gets like yucky in here. I probably should have put, even though it's hot, the humidifier makes it more, it doesn't make it humid. It just makes it easier to breathe because it's always dry in here. Unfortunately, Marvin picked a hole through my balcony screen. So if I keep the door open, she gets out the hole. And she just worked through that hole for a little bit. I tried to keep her away from it. I tried to put cardboard in front of it, tried to put like a board in front of it, put my little whiteboard thing in front of it with a jar of pennies that I had saved, like, because pennies don't circulate in Canada anymore. So I kept all these ones that I could find. I've got a jar of them. But nothing worked, you know. But that's okay. At least, she comes home. Like, she just stays in the yard right here. And then if somebody goes outside, she runs back and climbs up my balcony wall and comes back home. Then the staff of the building really likes her and everything. So they know who she is, and they keep an eye out for her, but I always watch out for her anyway. Hopefully they'll fix my fence so that she can't get underneath of it, because she won't jump. It's a little bit high because we're ground level, but it's a little bit high to jump down, so she won't. She goes underneath, but she'll climb back up. Yeah. So I'll just take about a 2-minute break. We'll go to about 10 minutes. I'll go and feed my cats. and then I will tell you my exciting news. I didn't really say I had exciting news in the live. I just decided that I hadn't been live in so long that I should probably do one. Thank you. Yeah, it should be wintertime in South America now. So as it's becoming summer in the northern hemisphere, it's wintertime in the southern hemisphere. I know. We're going to talk about breakups and love and stuff like that. We're going to get into that. I promise. I've been thinking about you today and hoping that you've been well. Yeah. Okay, well, I'll be right back. I'll give Salem and Marvin a plate of salmon wet food. Actually, I'll show you my outfit first if you didn't see it. I'm wearing a skirt. Ooh. The thing is, though, I didn't want to wear like a tight tank top, so I had to like wear one that, kind of I pulled out a little bit to make it a little more comfortable. Here. And it's a skirt, and it has pockets. Look. See? Cool, huh? Good pockets. Whee! So, yeah. Thank you. Yeah, it is. It's hot. It is hot here. I got decimated by, Sailor Galaxia. Yeah. She actually has a really tragic storyline, Galaxia. She's not as evil as people think. I do want to do a video one day about Sailor Moon, but I have to do Avatar: The Last Airbender first, so I'm working on that now. I've actually been working on a few things, and still playing around with AI songs, which is really funny. Yeah, I can give everybody the link if you want to go and do that. It is so easy, and it is a great time. I'm having a really fun time. Sometimes you get like one, because they'll give you two options. So one I won't really like, but I'll usually like one of them. So it's really fun. Yes. Well, Galaxia is complicated because Sailor Galaxia used to be the strongest sailor soldier in the galaxy. And there was something called the Sailor Wars, where that's where Galaxia became the strongest sailor soldier. So she wanted to defeat chaos, which is really funny because we're doing this chaos to order type of thing now, like with the secret society stuff, you know what I mean? And I noticed that within it, like I observed that about Sailor Moon, that the ending of the series has to do with defeating chaos. And so what happens is that there's different versions of it, because I believe in the manga, Galaxia takes chaos into herself in order to contain it from getting out to the rest of the universe, thinking because she's the strongest sailor soldier. And she actually has the Sword of Truth. If you see this in the manga, I used to have a whole bunch of comic books, and the versions of this in manga version is just, my comic book collection was, sold at a yard sale by people who did not care about me or care about the fact that I loved that very, very much. I also had some really cool collectible action figures, some from Final Fantasy VII, and I actually had Tomb Raider and Witchblade, and they got rid of those too. So I miss it, but I still remember it. And so Galaxia does. She ends up taking chaos into herself, and it ends up, what's that word? Like taking her over, consuming her. And, she ends up going after Sailor Moon and looking for the strongest soldier in the galaxy to help her defeat chaos. But in turn, it's almost like the light draws in darkness. So that's why she ends up. I don't know exactly all the details. I'm not an expert on it. I'll have to refresh my memory, but it's sad. It's pretty sad what happens to Galaxia. And she really is one of the bravest and strongest soldiers in the galaxy. So, Sailor Cosmos So I don't know. I don't know if everyone has seen the movies, but okay. So Sailor Cosmos is the far future form of Sailor Moon. So after Sailor Moon gets married and she's living on the moon and she's living with King Eddominion or whatever, it's Tuxedo Mask, but his like future version when they're king and queen. She also has a Sailor Senshi form of being Sailor Cosmos. Unfortunately, in the future, she runs into a problem where she ends up not being able to defeat Chaos or Galaxia or something, so she ends up going back into the past. Kind of ruining Sailor Moon for people, I'm really sorry. She ends up going into the past, but what happens is sometimes time travel can be complicated in that way. I figure because of like I'm seeing like mathematical formulas and calculations. So if the things aren't perfectly aligned, things can go wrong, I guess. I don't know. I'm not an expert on time travel, and we're just saying that what if, okay, it's a story. So she ends up changing and losing her memories and turning into Chibi Chibi, who's that little pink-haired character who ends up being Chibi Moon, the littlest one who doesn't speak. She loses her ability to communicate properly. It's pretty interesting. If people aren't aware, Chibiusa, which is the older pink-haired girl, is actually 900 years old. It's funny because I forgot about this part, and I even made a video. My last video, I was talking about Travis Walton. And I forgot about how time works differently over there. So he was gone 5 days. But over there, it might not have been that long. Time runs quicker here than it does over there. He might have only been there, say, 5 minutes, and it could have been 5 days. He could have been over there an hour, and it was 5 days here. So the time works differently. I can't remember why I even started bringing that up. Hello, William. Welcome to the chat. Well, I am actually getting to the revisions of my book. I knew that I absolutely have to get that done before June 6th, which is when my very first interview should be released. I was interviewed for the very first time on a channel yesterday, and it went really well, and I feel really good about it. I'm very happy that I got the opportunity and the honor to do that, that somebody actually thought of me in that way. And, so I do have to get the revisions done of my book and add the part about the Elysium where I explain about my experience with the Christ and its form as Jesus the teacher. And the Elysian Fields is very symbolic. If you read it, hopefully I've added some information about this. I know I did, not hopefully. So hopefully you will look into it. But after that is done, interesting. Nice typo. I love that. Interesting. What is that thing where Irma Gerd? That's what it reminded me of. Remember that Irma Gerd girl with like the braces and little pigtails? That meme? That's what that reminded me of. But yes, anyway, to make my point, I apologize. My book will be out. I'm going to try to make it happen by June 6th, okay? So I just need a little bit more time. Yes, and I appreciate your patience and your understanding. I know that there are a few people that have asked me. It's just that sometimes the timing, for some reason, I do not decide. I know that sounds weird, but it will just come into my awareness when it's time. And I apologize. I know it's just, I've had to be able to kind of sit with the fact that there has been changes. You see what I'm saying? Like at one point I was convinced that, there was going to be a culling in the way where the Asuras were going to come up underground and cull us, cull the herd, cut the weep from the chaff or whatever that shit is. But this was a mistake. And some people will say fear based, I suppose. But really, if you want to think about it this way, the reason why I only thought it was necessary to say anything was because I thought, well, if I don't tell people and this is something that happens, I'll feel horrible about that. I'll feel like that's my fault. And so, I mean, when I first talked about the culling, when I first heard about it, I said that thing that Corey Good used to talk about, because that's what triggered me to remember that he used to talk about that. So there are little bloops in the journey, but you just have to admit to them and say, I made a mistake, I misinterpreted things, and it's important to correct them. So, the other versions of my book are still out there. I have them. It's not that things are going to be changed too drastically. It's more that I had, thanks, JB. Hey, how's it going? I just had to add some stuff to make sure, to clarify things. It's really not all going to be that different. It's just that the way that it would have caused some confusion for sure. And I didn't want to cause anybody any unnecessary fear because I didn't know what the Asura was. And maybe that was a little bit irresponsible on my part, but I was just doing at the time what I thought was right. And like I said, all you can do is just go back and say, I've made a mistake. I apologize for that. And I'm trying to correct it. So, like I said, my book will be out by June 6th. That's when I was told that the interview should be out. So hopefully everything goes well and those two things line up and everything will be good to go. And then I will not do that again. Like I have not shut down my channel again or deleted my Telegram or anything. So we're making progress. Yeah. So yeah, I really love hats. Honestly, I was kind of inspired a little bit by Linda Howe, and I think Elena Danaan likes hats too. So I was kind of self-conscious. I always thought that I didn't look good in hats, and then I just all of a sudden fell in love with hats. Not to be like them or to copy them or anything, but it almost inspired me in a certain way of femininity in a way, Mm-hmm. I'm thinking about that picture of Elena Danaan, and she's in that beautiful white outfit and that hat that she has, and she's in Egypt. God, she looks nice there. And that lovely hat. And Linda Howe wears lovely hats like that too. Mm-hmm. I think it just adds a nice little touch of femininity, like I said. Makes you feel a little bit like a princess, I guess. If you like that. Ow. Oh, I fucking banged my tooth. Gosh, I hate that. I didn't chip a tooth though. I've got strong teeth. Me and Jenny used to do that all the time with pop cans, like donk. Like I think people must know what that is. It's truly uncomfortable. Truly uncomfortable, darling. This belt is squeezing me. It's cute, this little belt. I got this little cute belt off of Temu or whatever. But I like to wear my belt up here. Look, like up this way, just underneath. That's where I'll wear a belt. I find that it squeezes my stomach, and I don't like that. Not because of the way that it looks, but because it's uncomfortable. What's that? Oh my God. Hmm. Okay. So I just wanted to put some positive energy out there and get myself into a good space. Not that this is, an inconvenience or anything, but, we will discuss. I'm trying to figure out, this finger. I got a new ring. I got it off of Temu, actually. And it was only like $2, $3 maybe. But look, so it has, here, I'll try to get closer. Oh, so it has amethyst in the middle, and then it's got a heart. It's got 2 roses, and then it has the infinity symbol. Isn't that cute? I'm trying to get my hand set right. Sorry. There. You see? Isn't that pretty? And it's like, it says 925 on it, but it's not real silver. It's not. The mark on it is not what 925 actually is. These ones are real silver. This one here. And this is my as above, so below ring and the Vesica Pisces. Yeah. And so this one here is real silver. Okay. This one here is real silver. And this one here is real silver. I've had this one since I was 18 years old. 17, when I did that celebrity dreamscape thing for my group home. This one here. So I won't be wearing this one all the time. This is just like a fancy ring. But I wear my other ones quite a bit. And this is real silver as well. And that has amethyst in it. That's my favorite bracelet. I thought I lost it for a little while, and then I freaking found it. Oh my goodness, I'm terrible at this. There, see? It's really, really nice. Handmade. I got it from this store that sells stuff from Nepal. And then, of course, my real silver necklace with my little sun charm on it. But I also realized that it has 7 points. And so this is like for the 7 root races. Isn't that cool? I thought that was so cool. It's my little alien pendant. Oh my goodness, I shouldn't really call it that. But, So, let's see. Yeah. Oh, hey, Venus. What's going on? Oh, I was like, where do I know that person from? I couldn't remember the other night when we were speaking. I was in Stephen Cambion's live yesterday, and he had Jay Widener in there, and it was pretty good. It was pretty good. I enjoyed it. And he said he watches Hidden in Plain Sight, and I thought that was so exciting. I hope the guys saw that. That's so cool. Yeah, that was a good time, and I enjoyed it. I think I went to bed shortly after that, though. I was pretty tired, but it was good. What's the shipping like from Temu? Well, oh shit, I forgot about you, Drumans. I'm so sorry. Sorry. We'll get there, I promise. It's not necessarily like a great topic for me either, but don't feel guilty about it, okay? It's not like that. It's just something that clearly I am avoiding. But just, okay, well, yeah. What's the shipping like from Temu? Well, you usually have to spend $35, and the shipping is free. Yeah. So I got my plants. I got this skirt. I got the red dress that I'm wearing in my first interview. You can't really see it though, I don't think. I should have, well, it's like an off the shoulder dress and it's so cute. But I should have like pulled the sleeves up even just a tiny bit, like right to here, so that you could see the beautiful red and little, because it's like this, but it's red with this kind of flowery pattern, and it's got these cute little sleeves. So, but I got that, and I got this ring. Oh, and I got my flower pots for outside. So, as long as, you just get a couple of things. I mean, you can't just buy like a $3 ring and get that scent. You'll have to buy more stuff than that. So you get like, I don't know, like some knickknacks. They have a bunch of stuff. Like I can even get gel nail polish and the little magnetic thing to do my own fingernails, even though I broke 3 of them on this hand. This one I snapped. Oh, sorry. This one, I don't want to flip anybody off. I snapped this one off right on the balcony door when I was going to unlock it, and it literally flew through the air. And I was like, and it's like, ching. So, but yeah, I broke a couple off, but these 2 aren't so bad. I saved a little bit, but I broke those ones off too. That one, again, on the balcony door, but it just like, see how they're at a nice, cool, round point? They're not like claws, but they've been rounded. Well, that's what it was looking like. And I know this seems like really superficial. The reason why I care so much about my fingernails now is because I used to be a horrific nail biter, like right down to the nubs nail biter. So now that I can grow nails, Thank you very much. Yeah, this hand's really good. This hand is really, really, really good. Thumb. Isn't that awesome? So yeah, super nail biter, nubs. I remember when I was really young, my mom tried to put like this lemon like nail polish stuff so that I wouldn't bite it, but I actually liked the taste. So I'd be like, So yeah. Okay. Thank you very much for liking my ring. Yeah, it's on Temu. Go get yourself one. I'm not trying to sell it or anything, but if you really like it, go ahead. I don't care. It was meant for my thumb. Unfortunately, this one's not so bad, but when I pick up my consultation vessel with the oracle, you know what I'm saying? My because it's heavy and it's glass, it pushes on this part. So this one's a little bit thick, but this one's a little bit thinner, you see? Even though silver's a bit like more malleable, it bends easier. So, I just sometimes take it off, but I really like it. I've been looking for a good thumb ring. I used to have one, but it was a crystal ring and it was carnelian, and it broke. Finally, they're supposed to break. If your crystals break, that means, your time with them is over. You can bury them in the ground. I keep them in a jar. But you're supposed to bury them in the ground. Cloudy, hello. Welcome to the chat. Salem is doing good. Thank God. He ended up being just fine. He's fat. Those were fatty lump deposits. That's not cancer. I thought he was dying of cancer. Yes, this is the CPTSD. Do you remember the movie Office Space? Remember that guy's game, Jump to Conclusions? That's me. Yeah. So I just jumped to the absolute worst conclusion that Salem's dying of cancer, and I apologize. You know what I mean? That's why I'm so open and honest about my CPTSD. Yeah, because these things can happen. I try not to though, but yeah. And then, but yeah, I finally, he's just fat. He's fine. Now we're breaking him down. He's 14 pounds. We need to get him down to 12. So, thank you for asking. He's fine, just fat. I said that at the vet, And the lady's like, well, I hope he said that a little more eloquently. Because I said, oh, the doctor told me he's fine. He's just fat. And we all started laughing, right? But then I'm like, no, I'm saying that. Of course he said it way nicer than that. He tried to draw it out, like make it all nice. I'm like, Dr. So-and-so, I said, it's fine. You can just tell me. He's fine, but he's fat. I know he's fat. It's not like I can't see him. He's fat. So thank you very much for everybody that helped. I very much appreciate that. And I'm so sorry. Like, I got him to the vet. He is well, and they are good. I just have to find a groomer now for Marvin, because she gets these awful fur mats. I've never had a cat like her before. She has fine, thin fur, and it gets really matted, and she hates being brushed. Seriously, hates it. So now when I have like cat scratches, she usually gets me. Like, that's where that one came from. That's where it's under my finger right there. It's healing, but you can still see it right there. Marvin. But now that she's in heat, she's much more friendly. So I actually got a big clump off of her today. She won't attack me. She's like, brr, brr, brr. I'm like, yeah, just keep doing that. Do the horny dance. Brr, brr. Well, I'm taking off this fur nugget. Yeah. So it worked out well. Doing a horny dance. Taking a horny stance. So what I was doing before I got on the live is I was using that AI song creator to make a theme song for the channel, and it is so cute. I'm gonna put it out with my next video. So maybe I'll just upload it separately so that I can put it at the beginning of lives, because I want to do my avatar video next, and it kind of doesn't, like, this is kind of like, it sounds, honest to God, it sounds like the opening of a TV show in the 90s, and that's exactly what I wanted it to sound like. What AI software? It's called Sun Auto. Here, I'll link it in the chat, and you can use it. JB made me the funniest picture, and it's so cool. I'm going to show you that too. I'll put that in there as well. He made me a picture and turned me into Scully from the X-Files, and it's so fucking good. I don't even know where I can't even show it to you, because, like, you know how sometimes I'll show you. I can't. I can't access my email on there. Like, for my channel email, it's not connected to my phone. My banking's not on my phone or nothing. Okay, what was I doing? It's called Sun Auto. Like SON, not SUN. Sun Auto AI. Hold on. Oh, I'm just going to get the Sun Auto AI. Because I don't know. Are you allowed to put links in your thingamajigger? In your thingamajigger? I don't know. But that's it right there. Sun Auto AI. Oh, you are? Okay, hold on. Boop, 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 boop. I don't know if you'll be able to hear it. If I play the song, I don't think you'll be able to hear my last minute Lacey theme. I could try. I'll try, okay? Maybe you'll be able to. Can you hear it though? Can you hear it? Heard it a little? Damn. Yeah, I did. I put it in the chat. It goes, here comes last minute Lacey. It's so good. It's so cute. And I can do different versions of it. Here, I'll just leave it play and see if you guys can hear it. It's a little countryish, but it's okay. I didn't mean it for that. It's like late 1990s energetic pop guitar. I don't really know how to use it. Hold on. I can't stop talking. So I don't really know how to use it all that well. But you'll be able to hear the full thing. I don't know if you could hear it at all. And then I couldn't shut the hell up. So I couldn't shut the hell up like usual. Okay, so there's something I want to show you. I have cloud cards. Remember I used Card Captor Sakura in my last video? Well, these are my cloud cards. These are Sakura's star cards. So after she captures all the cloud cards, they become hers because she's the magician now. And that's why they're pink. See? The sun and the moon. And you are the star in the center. Cool, huh? Very esoteric. Ooh. And these are spirits, though. Like fly would be an air elemental. Or wind, you see? Fly. Thank you. I love these. The storm would be a combination of wind, rain, so air and water. Maybe even ice. It just depends on what it would do. Oh, there's watery. Clearly, that's a water elemental, like a mermaid. My avatar video and the elementals are going to cover more of this. Let's see. Oh, flower would be earth. Of course, they're not all elementals, but they do have metaphysical aspects to them. There's like the loop, as in infinity, but it's something that repeats over and over again. The twins. And they're water and fire. So yeah, they're really interesting. The erase, you can make things disappear, make people forget stuff. Just fades away. No one will remember it. Like it erases it from time. There's float. Of course, that would be another air. Well, hope. I love hope. That's so cute. Of course, that's the aether. That'd be the fifth element of love. See the wings on the head? That's symbolic of the higher dimensions as well. In the pictures that I draw of myself, I have wings on my head like that. Oh, there's the wood. Of course, that would be earth. You could trap somebody around with vines like a tree and capture them like that. Of course, you'd have to know how to use them. Sakura! That's not actually one of the cards. That's just one of the... They spelt it wrong. I got these off of Wish years ago. So they're not like official or anything. There's Bubbles, of course, that would be water. She's a little mermaid too. Again, you'll see with the elementals, these would be the undines, they're mermaids. I believe that's the ones they are. Oh, look, there's Love. Hey, Nyla, good to see you. Sorry I wasn't really paying attention to the new people that came in. Good to see you. Thanks for joining. Oh, you're too sleepy to stay. Sorry about that. I just had a few things to do today, and I wanted to make sure that I got out and got some sunshine. Thank you. These are called cloud cards because of the magician who made them originally, but I forget his first name, but his last name is Clow. You know what's really weird? I talked about seeing that UFO back in 2017. And at the time when I saw it, I was watching a TED Talk by Russell Targ. And I really liked it. I watched about, a handful of his talks and interviews and such. But what I did not know is that he was part of Project Gate, I think. It's like the Gateway tapes, and like he did more with ESP, telepathy and stuff like that. It reminds me of this thing. I call it the spirit phone. I didn't talk about that. I guess I could talk about it. I should have added it in with the spirit hospital. But the spirit phone's like when I'm in dreamland, whatever realm I'm in, it doesn't matter because it'll happen everywhere. And it reminds me of the Matrix too, where a telephone will just start ringing and you answer it. And it's bizarre because at first I'll be out of alignment and I won't really understand what they're saying to me. But what I do remember is that they're saying weird words that don't make sense, like meatball, banana, tree, shit like that, ballerina. And all of a sudden I just align and become conscious in my etheric body somehow. But I don't ever remember what we talked about. I don't ever remember it. Couldn't tell you what we talk about. But that happens quite often. The spirit phone. But it's not nonsense, though. It's not just jibber jabber. It sounds like those words have some type of intention. It's, when they say, like, when you're on a plane, like, Alpha, Tango, Margaret, but for ATM, reminded me that. And that was going on my whole life. That still happens. But sometimes people will call me on the phone and it'll be like a relative I haven't talked to in a really long time either. That happened with my birth mother. So I don't really know what that is yet. But I call it the spirit phone. Oh yeah, but the whole reason why I mentioned that is because I didn't know up until this week that Russell Targ was part of Project Gate or Gateway or whatever it was. I just randomly clicked on a video. Because, I knew about the Gateway tapes and all that, but, like, I didn't do them. Maybe I should. I don't know. I'll have to look into it more. I don't even know really all what it is. But the girl was like, some people don't make it to level whatever it is. And I'm like, So I thought that was pretty interesting that he was part of that. You know what Russell Targ reminds me of? And I don't mean this disrespectfully at all. He reminds me of the professor from Futurama. You cannot tell me that they don't look alike a little bit, because they do. Oh, that's supposed to say the voice, but it says the Volse. That's funny. Look at that. So that's the voice, but it says the Volse. It gives you the ability to sing. Or with music. So with like sound and sound vibration and that frequency, kind of that kind of a deal with that one. Oh, there's Windy. That's a cool one too. Before I go, I mean to go through your playlist. Oh, good. Yeah, Nyla, the Claustrum's Oil playlist and the Kundalini. William Donahue does an excellent talk about the Kundalini, and he really is in. I know who I need to send that to. So he really has a religious background. William Donahue is a really fascinating and exciting teacher, and I've learned a lot from him. And he has a really good talk about the Kundalini in the Claustrum Oil playlist. That's right. Yeah. Well, I mean, to be honest with you, in a lot of Asian languages, I think in Japanese, I know that they don't pronounce L. There's no L. They'll put R there. So it'd be like racy instead of Lacey. Yeah. I'm not trying, I'm not an expert or anything, but this is just from general knowledge. So they may have just, English is difficult for a lot of people who aren't native English speakers because there's like there, and there. You know what I mean? Like THERE, THEIR, THERE. You see what I'm saying? And a lot of languages don't have stuff like that. So you got to give them a break. But I get it because there are misspellings or things like that. But, this is normally why. Or you might get one that's really super discounted because it's like a sign that's misspelled, Oh, there's the dark. Isn't she pretty? But there's also the light. See, she's got the sun and the moon as well. So I don't know where the light is. She's in there somewhere. Oh, the power makes you really strong. She's cute, eh? She's a little tiny thing when she comes out, but she's really strong. She gives you like a super boost of energy. You could punch through a wall and stuff like that. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Like super strength. Oh, there she is. She's right behind her. There's the light. See, she's got the sun and the moon as well. Yeah. So there's the dark and the light there. Oh, and there's the lock. So you can hide stuff away and lock stuff away. I know how to use most of them. Like, if it was like a video game, I would do pretty good. So there's the dark and the light. Cool, huh? Oh, the shield for protection. Oh, the mirror. I forget what the mirror does. Hey, mirror. Oh, I gotta put food on that plate. Shit, you guys. 1 second. Poor Marnies. Where's my dinner? Where's my dinner? Where's my dinner? Where's your fork? I got one. I got a picture of fork. I don't know. Got some salmon. Got you some salmon. Got you some salmon. I'm hungry. Oh man. Chips. Hi, John. Good to see you. How's it going? I'm doing good. Yesterday, I had my first interview ever on a channel. I'll show you guys what the channel is. Please go and subscribe. He has an amazing channel, and he has under 1,000 subscribers. It's ridiculous. He's interviewed the friggin' actor that plays the Punisher, and he's amazing. The guy was Thomas. Damn it! Why do I always forget his last name? Every time. It starts with a J, and he's the ever cool fella. I didn't know that. I was like, oh look, it's the Punisher, and it was such a good interview. You should watch it. Really, really good. The fella had a UFO encounter in 2012. Thomas did. In fact, Jane? Thomas Jane? Hang on. Homas. Let's try this. Oh, it is. It is Thomas Jane. So I'll give you the link. Ooh. He wouldn't copyright strike me. But this is it here. Actor, writer, director, Thomas Jane. It's What the UFO. I was thinking it was What the Fuck UFO, so I'm glad I looked. Hey, what are you doing over there? Hey, get off there, big daddy. Crunch, crunch, Godzilla. See that? Okay, hang on. Godzilla. Okay. So here's the channel and the video, and this is the fella that interviewed me, and he was the nicest fella, and he's so good at it and so professional, and he even wore a suit. Okay, it was so cool. Yeah. Well, you know what? Like, I was like, oh, I've been invited to speak on someone's channel. So it's really great. It's a great feeling, you know? I liked it. Yeah, Thomas Jane. I put the link in the chat. So if you go there, please go and subscribe to his channel. Caleb is a really nice fella. He's really smart, and he deserves more subscribers. He interviewed scientists, doctors. The channel's fantastic. But that's the thing. I should have told him this, but I was honest. I had a little bit of anxiety. That kind of gave me a little bit of boggle brain, and you know, I did all right though. I did well. But I should have told him that unfortunately people just like shit. Like, if you remember Idiocracy in that movie where everyone went to go see, and it was just a movie about farts, and it won like movie of the year, and it was just an ass, and all it did was fart for an hour and a half. That is what I'm fucking talking about right now. It's a shame because that's not his channel, but that's what people want. You know what I mean? Oh my God. That's the problem. Even that Joey B Tunes guy has taken clips of people that only have like 200 subscribers and they're like the most fantastic musician, and they're young, and nobody gives a fuck. But then they want to watch some big titty, fake lip narcissist bitch do some spins in the crosswalk, interrupting traffic. You know what I mean? And it's just like the insanity of the whole thing. So how did I even get on that? These are just Lay's chips. Yeah. No. Here's the thing. It's kind of true that technically we would be chosen, but you have to choose it first. It chooses you back, but you have to choose it first. That's how it works. You're not just born this way. You have to choose it, and then it chooses you back. Almost like where you put it out to the universe, you know, where it says like put positivity into the universe. Like instead of saying I'm stupid, you say I'm very intelligent, I love myself, and then the universe says yes and reflects that back to you. That's kind of what I'm trying to say. It's almost the same thing that I said in my video about first it's believing is fuck, I always fuck this up. Believing is seeing, because you're already experiencing it inside of you, knowing it's there, and thinking about all the possibilities and wonders of what could be. And then seeing is believing, so that it manifests outside of you, like when I saw that craft. Because even at the time, I'd seen like so many blurry, shitty UFO videos that I wasn't really sure if, you know, it was all hoaxsters or, you know, blah, 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 blah. But that really did it for me. Like a prediction. Well, no, I think it just happens because I've been through it and the experience, right? I'm a very good observer. And so I just look at and reflect at my own journey, and I'm seeing more and more how it reflects out. Like, I know like that I can't technically save the world, you know, I'm aware. And the hero complex thing, it's not really a complex. It's more so of like, I don't know. I don't really know how to explain that. But I don't take myself that fucking seriously. Hey, Sonia, how's it going? Yeah, I always get positive vibes. Oh, I always put positive vibes. The problem is jealous people put negative vibes out. Oh, yeah, I know. Yeah. With every action, there's a counteraction, right? Always the opposing forces. But if you believe that, you know, you rise above all that, then it will maybe cause some interference now and then, I'm sure. But I guess it just depends about your mindset about it. There's some things that I can get right and that I shut it down on purpose. Like with the self-sabotaging stuff, it's not, I don't want to get into too many negative topics. A lot of it has to do with I don't want to be a money-hungry, greedy fucking shithead like those elite fucks that I don't like at all. They remind me of a stinky fart. That's how I feel right now. They stink. That must mean what these ETs talk about when they're like, oh, they stink. That's what they mean. I don't want to be like that. I don't mean to have a weird relationship with money, but I suppose I'd like to do things truly honestly, and I don't know if I don't know how many people have done that. It's really hard. But anyway, so I'll tell you. Well, definitely, yeah. The pursuit of money definitely overshadows the abundance of love in your life for sure. But, there's some things I can't figure out. Like the love thing. But I'm learning more and more. So hopefully I'll get it right and be able to experience it before I die. To be honest, I don't really know I'm not trying to get in a low vibe here, but I don't know what to tell you about your situation, Derek. I don't know. I'm not there. I don't know the girl, but it definitely seems to be some miscommunication, and it seems to be that there might be some discrepancy, difference between the heart and the mind. So, are you giving me permission to discuss your situation here? I think so. I mean, you wouldn't have brought it up if not. I think I need to consult the oracle. And I need something else to eat. Now I'm fucking thirsty. Damn, I got the munchies. Okay, thank you for giving me permission. I should have asked to start. I'll get better at this. There seems to be miscommunication between the heart and mind. Like, when you say to somebody, hey, let's go to the fucking park and do what couples do, that's what I'm assuming it means. Well, you know what? Honestly, I do get that. Sometimes, if I like someone, I make it real obvious, really obvious. Sometimes a little bit too much. But then I'll be like, oh no. Especially because I haven't been intimate with anybody in 7 years. So sometimes you get never mind. But it does things to a person. And so you might act a little bit out of character. Like telling someone that you hope that they're running naked in their dreams that night. You know what I mean? Not that I regret saying it or anything, but sometimes hormones will affect the brain differently. Well, it seems like there was discrepancy, like I was saying, between heart and mind. And like I was saying, maybe what she wants to do, but then family expectations, traditions, and stuff like this. Other outside factors. I mean, honestly, from what you've told me, it seemed pretty one-sided. And it's unfortunate. It happens to me all the time. And you can't force someone to have those feelings back, you know? You can give and give and give. I mean, I'm sure even if she did have a rough family life, like, I have to learn things myself. People can't really do it for me. They can help and they can assist in a way where sharing with me how they overcame things that would help them, but it's not necessarily a thing where it's going to work for me in that same fashion. You know, so even if she did have a rough life, I mean, I can be very empathetic and compassionate towards others. This is a choice. And here's the thing with me in relationships. If the relationship doesn't have chemistry and I'm not talking about this in a sexual way, but it should ignite your passionate mind, your passionate soul, and your passionate heart. You should want to talk to them all the time and get to know them. Or not all the time, but you should be inquisitive enough. The conversation shouldn't die and get boring, or, you know, especially if you're both putting in effort. And, you know, it's probably that you deserve better than that, for sure. But I can't tell you what to do. Other than that, I would give it time and maybe some space and, well, zero empathy. She may just need some time and space. Sometimes if you watch the Celestine prophecy, when the energies are pushed towards a person, it will repel them away. If she is a person that, you know, like, I'm very open with my emotions and feelings, so that there are some people who aren't. For whatever reason, I don't know, and I'm not judging them for it. But they are out there. Maybe they feel like they can't. I just seen a tangled ball of yarn. So maybe there's just so much in there, and there's so much in there to dig through that it seems to be overwhelming. Hold on, John. I was just catching up with what you were saying. Did I miss anything else up here? Well, if the relationship went sour, you know what negative traits the ex had, so you learn not to trust those with similar traits. Well, that is to a degree. Like, it's called learned behavior. So I'm finding that I notice when people will treat me, even when they're not meaning to, and I recognize behaviors of the past, and I don't mean to apply them to people who they don't belong to, but sometimes it's just something that you do subconsciously because you've been treated a certain way over and over and over. So there's this. It's almost like conditioning. Like a week ago, John E. says, like a week ago, I told my best friend that I haven't seen in 3 years. That last time she was at my place, I thought she was flirting. And the only reason I didn't do anything was because I love our friendship. But literally followed it up with telling her how sexy she is and that I wish I was in bed with her. Good going, John. So yeah, that's what it does to men. But sometimes, this is the thing, men will express their love in a physical sense. So I understand this to a degree because men sometimes show their affections in the way of lovemaking. It's more expressed rather than said, right? So I do understand this, although, self-control to both sexes would do us some good, I'm sure. John continues to say, laugh my ass off. So yeah, hormones being celebrated foes make you feel like that. Make you feel like that. Mind you, she's the only person I've been that way with in the last 8 years or so. Well, that's good. Yeah, I know. I don't get all hot and bothered for just anybody. Intuition. Not sure what you mean. Oh, got it. JB says, men and women are different. Men have always preferred physical expressions. Yeah, it's true. For me, though, like, I need to be told. Especially if, like, someone's not into me like that, I need to be told because I don't pick up cues. I'm not going to be offended. I need to be told so that I don't make the assumption that the feelings are the same. That I do a lot. Druman says she bought my anniversary present and also stuff to do in October. Until October, it's still a long time. And every time I met her in person, she was already saying from the start, well, then she clearly likes you. Maybe you just have too many expectations on what you think a relationship should look like. Like, you guys are going to, like, run off into the sunset. You're going to carry her over the threshold. You guys are going to slide down the rainbow and find the pot of gold. Like, is that what you mean? And I'm not trying to be rude. I'm trying to be funny. She also told me that I'd be a good father. These are all great things. See, I don't know the situation enough, though, to be giving you advice. And, like, I mean, I can talk to you as a friend. I mean, like I said, some people aren't as adequate as talking about themselves as I am. Not showing off or anything. So it may take time for others. And we have to see love is patience, kindness, and all that, yeah? So, I mean, don't waste years of your life or anything like that, but well, she clearly is thinking about the future if asking about babies. She bought me an anniversary present and also stuff to do in October. Yeah, okay. What was the next one? Sorry. Like, she was afraid to lose me, but it always felt odd. She also told me I'd be a good father. I don't know. I think I've done my best because I'm not the best at relationships, even with friendships. So when it comes to stuff like this, she wanted in the end of the relationship to marry, but we didn't even have a single day intimate alone. Well, maybe she's afraid to be alone with you because so you guys may have sex. And she doesn't want that until marriage. Good on her. I'm not like condemning you for that or anything, but she wanted in the end of the relationship to marry, but we didn't even have a single day intimate alone. Oh, I gotta read the rest of it. We were always around people, like on the street or at a cafe. Yeah, you said that before. I mean, the only reason I could see that is because there wouldn't want to be any sexual intimacy to ruin her like reputation, being a virgin, because that is highly valued. Yeah, go make lots of babies, Drumans. That's JB's advice, I guess. I don't know, like I mean, I think that you need to follow your heart but also be patient. I know how much that you want to be in love and love to be in love. I feel this energy off of you, and I know you're a very loving person, but like I said, just try to have some patience and not be too overwhelmed, because we could ruin good things that are good for us by pushing too hard. Should I say that? It's like when you're constipated. If you push your shit out too hard, you're going to hurt yourself. Lessons of Life by Lacey. Mixed signals can be confusing and tiring, I know. Oh, well, women are hormonal and emotional. She'll start walking faster. Well, that's just trying to say that she's annoyed with you or something. Sometimes kiss and turn her head with a guilty face. I honest to God don't know. I'm probably not the one to ask. Terrible at this. But I have tried to help, friend to friend. JB gave you advice to go and make a bunch of babies, but I'm not sure if that's the right solution. You're welcome. I'll help if I can. But I'm also not going to give you advice that I don't know what I'm fucking talking about. You know what I mean? Menopause, well, John, good thing I'm not going into menopause yet. Thank you. Oh, I'm glad somebody found that funny. I missed that comment. It's like you're constipated. Yeah. If you push too hard, you're going to hurt yourself. Yes, away with words. Right. Oh. Never listen to me. I don't know anything. Oh, well. I think he was just kidding about the babies anyway. JB was just kidding. Well, John says, well, that best friend of mine I haven't seen in about 3 years. She went to live abroad, though, and we still talk all the time. I almost went abroad with her to live in Turkey. Ooh, maybe you should have. Maybe you should have, John. I say from experience, John says. The last woman I had a relationship was in the throes of menopause. So that was like walking on eggshells the whole time, seriously. Well, sorry you experienced that. I just got off my period, so I'm laughing at hormones and all the crazy stuff that happens with that. You're crying, you're laughing, you're horny, you're angry. It's great. Yeah. Yeah, I know. I did. Yeah, it's real funny. Real good time. We enjoy it. Just think about how it's sad it was for us. Maybe no. Well, I mean, you've done your best, Drumans. You really have. You've done your best, and well, well, I mean, I wouldn't be as crazy as I am if I hadn't gone through all the mistreatment and everything. People need to realize that when guys say, "Oh, the beautiful ones are always crazy," well, that's because a lot of the time people treat beautiful women very badly. Even my own mother, my adopted mother, used to beat me up and shit, pull my hair out, and talk about how, you know, she hated the fact about, oh, you think you're so beautiful, you want to be an actress and all that shit. Yeah. So you got to remember that. That's not for no reason. And just because you do have a mental illness or you have suffered in your life, that doesn't mean that you shouldn't be loved and that's all that people see of you, because that's not like something that I can control. It's also something that I wasn't born with. It's something that was given to me, kind of like a curse, and in some cases a blessing. In some. And she told I was too sensitive. Oh, she told you were too sensitive and needed professional help? Put that girl back to the street. Tell her goodbye. She's a bitch. Yeah, that's a bitch thing to do. She's too much of a bitch. You don't deserve someone who's going to be a bitch to you all the time, yeah? No. If you were my brother and you came home and you talked to me like this, told me I'm too sensitive, I needed professional help, she's going to need professional help when you call that ambulance, them professionals. You know what I'm saying? Oh, that pisses me off. And of course, I'm just joking about the violence, but you get the insinuation. That makes me angry. It's not your fault, though. Don't worry. I could have macaroni salad. Do you know what you can say? What are you doing there? Making funny noises. Merv's over there doing the horny dance, going. Here, let's see if we can see her. Hold on. Hey, Merv. There she is. Come here, Merv. Show them the horny dance. Mervin, come here. See her? Come here. Come here. Isn't that something? Over there doing the fucking horny dance, horny stance. Laugh at her. I know, I gotta go get her fixed. This is the first time she's in heat, though. She's only 1 year old. So, we'll have to take her in, because she just, look at her. Doing the horny dance, doing the horny dance. I don't mean to be mean and like shame my cat or anything. Here she is doing the horny dance at my computer table. Marvin. Doing a horny dance. Doing a horny dance. Poor Marvin. How many times are they supposed to go into heat? This has already been twice. I've never had a female cat before. Well, I did when I was really young, but I don't remember what that was like. I can't remember most of my childhood, so I don't remember that. Like, I don't ever remember them, like, ever pissing in the house. So, she friggin'... Remember when I told you she pissed on the couch last time? Hold on, she's playing with the wires. Oh. She's right lovey, though. It's so funny. They flop around all over the floor. Yesterday, Salem tried to have sex with her, but they can't. He doesn't really know what to do. He attempts to, but then he doesn't really know what to do. So I'm like, Salem, get off. You know, I'll just tell him, and he just gets off of her. I don't know if that's appropriate to show everybody my cat and me, but whatever. Whoops, I almost walked in front of the thing. Okay, horny dancer. Oh, watch yourself now. Watch yourself. There you go, rolling around. There she goes. Okay. It's a horny dance, yeah. So when you see a cat doing that, that's what it is. It's the horny dance. Oh, I didn't get any macaroni salad. I wanted to get some macaroni salad to eat. There you go. Brr. Go on, go over there, do the horny dance. It's probably a little bit stressful for them. She's tired at the end of the day after doing the friggin' twerk and horny dance all day. There she goes. Brr. Sometimes I just have to leave her alone because then she keeps making noises. No, and that's the thing, you know what I mean? But Druman's like about she won't find someone so invested as I was, and it's the truth. Like, but this is the thing: you don't want to be with somebody who doesn't want you like that. It's not what you deserve. You know what I mean? Relationships should be equal give and take, you know? And I mean, like, not everybody's the same. I understand this, but you know, it is a thing. The world is quite a mess right now, and I think individually, in our own way, we are our own messes, you know, in our own way. And sometimes you will align with someone and it works, and sometimes you won't, for whatever reasons there are. Like, you know, the other day I had a moment of weakness where I was like, I kind of regret telling people my age, because if I hadn't revealed more about my age, then, maybe more younger men would be inclined to pursue me. See what I'm saying? Like, and I'm not like, what I mean is that I had said this before about how, I was attracting in gentlemen that were just too old for me. And so, it's a thing. None of us are perfect. Unfortunately, I'm sure that many of us, I know this, that we would want a healthy and happy reciprocal relationship that is in mind, body, and soul fulfilling. And your peace. Is that the phone ring? Oh. So it's sad, but if you keep hope in your heart and all of that, it should work out. Keep trying, and just make sure that you don't give too much of yourself away before you know who you're giving it to. That's certainly what I've learned. So it does make my heart sad because, well, let's just not. Maybe not kind of what they call jump the gun and think too far ahead. And I know in the beginning it can be really exciting to meet someone that you feel like you meld well with. The conversations are good, but again, you have to remember that you can't predict what someone else is thinking and feeling at the time. So there is that. So being more careful would be wise. Yeah. And you are wise because you've realized this before I've even said that we all know these things, I believe, inside of us. And I think that sometimes we just need to hear a friendly voice say them to us. You're welcome. Well, John, I do agree. Like sometimes if you pull away Drumans a little bit and stop giving so much and stop reaching out so much and stop trying so hard, the energy may come back to you where she'll have time to think how good it was, but it's not a guarantee. It's not a guarantee. You have to prepare yourself for the fact she may just disappear and find someone else, you see? But that just goes to show you how much you were worth to her. That doesn't say what you are worth as a soul and a person, but in her eyes. That's where people will show you how much they value you. I found that too. But I've also had to learn to give people leeway and remember that other people have lives and jobs and other people in their lives. Just because that isn't my life and that I don't have all this kind of stuff going on, others do. And that can be difficult for me sometimes, really, when it comes down to it, I just probably need to get a little bit more of a life. Oh, okay. Yeah, John says, no, I meant that if he meets someone new, and Derek, this is advice from John for you. No, he says, I meant that if he meets someone new, that he should wait and see if they invest effort and time in him. Like put effort, maybe even send you a gift, send you flowers, God knows. If a man would give me the green light, I'd romance the shit out of him. You know what I mean? But it has to, the person has to want to. Like I said, it really has to give you that passionate oomph to do so. It will be drawn out of you, really. Mm. You know, that is true. I do hear, and I have been trying to learn that it now, how do I even say this? I saw on an internet TikTok video that men are wanting to now be pursued by women, that they would prefer this. So, duly noted. Um, yeah. Yes. So she should start showing you she's investing her time and effort into wanting a relationship, not just someone to pay the bills or have sexual intimacy with. It's true. Good. Unity, unity. Hmm. I can't forget to. I'm going to talk about it now. But with my avatar video, I'm gonna add stuff about the Monkey King. And while I was watching the Monkey King one day, one of the characters says to the other one, "Well, see you around again on the 108." That's what the subtitles said. And I was like, the 108? What the heck does that mean? Well, it has to do with the reincarnation cycles, and I believe in Buddhist traditions that you go around the Great Wheel 108 times. If you look at that number, 1 and 8 equals 9. But also, the 1 and the 0 represents the alpha and the omega, the beginning and the end, and then the 8 is the infinity symbol. It's quite cool the way that I can see things now, and this is why I have recommended people to do the work and the studying, because it's almost like my brain naturally translates things now, which is pretty cool. Like with Avatar, The Last Airbender. So we're dealing with the elementals, and that is earth, air, fire, and water tribe. So when it talks in the beginning, when Avatar starts, it says, in the beginning, the 4 nations lived in harmony, but then the Fire Nation attacked. Now, what I've learned about the elementals is that the Fire Nation would be the salamanders or the reptilians, translated into today's, what's this, pop culture UFO lingo. So these reptilians are actually the beings of fire. So when they say the Fire Nation attacked, this is why we have these groups of reptilians or reptile-like beings, which are the salamanders, and they would be of the Fire Nation. So this is how it reflects. Now, the Avatar is someone who unites all these kingdoms together. Really, what the Avatar is the unification of hearts. He creates change, or she, rather, because the Avatar can be male or female, as we see in the Last Airbender series. Like, for example, with one of my favorite avatars, because she's one of the only ones I know, Kyoshi. which I absolutely love Kiyoshi. We have a lot of tragedy in common in our lives as well. So I connected with her in this way. And also her way of being the avatar. It's not that I would think that is the only way, because I also loved Ong and Roku and Avatar Wen, who was the first Avatar. So, you know, and I know this is a fictional story, but it does represent the Avatar is like these Christ-like solar beings, um, which would technically be like superheroes or whatever. But yeah, so that's how it reflects out in Avatar with the elementals and what we're dealing with now today. But I also showed, some of these elementals here. And, I guess, you can see some of them look like mermaids, some of them look like little elves. You know what I mean? So, look, there's a mermaid one. But these are all elementals as well. Yeah, Avatar Kiyoshi. I love her. And that's what I'm working on right now. I'm making a really cool video with I'm mixing it together and editing it with scenes of the Avatar, but mostly all the Avatar scenes where the eyes are glowing blue, but it's not just with Ong. And if you know, like the blue happens to be like the blue and the gold, or the red and the blue. And so it kind of represents spirit, right? Or the spiritual aspects. Also in Avatar, it's The Last Airbender, it's cool because when Ong goes into the spirit realm, it's that purple pink color, which I've recognized before. He usually goes into a meditative state for this. And yeah, it's a extremely interesting series. It's probably one of the best series I've ever seen in my life. I highly recommend it, whether watching the animated version. There was the one movie that wasn't very good. The Netflix series is, oh, that's a fucking tag. Scared me. Thought it was a bug. The Netflix series is really good for Avatar. See, I know a lot of people are, and I'm going to make a video that talk about this. Hold on, I have to scratch my head. I'm not fleas or anything. It was just itchy. Yeah, so shit. What was I saying? Oh, I know I talk a lot about fantasy and stuff like that, but with TV and movies, it teaches you a lot about the spiritual realms, even though we may not be aware of that. And your imagination is extremely important for creation, not just like creating like a book or a painting or whatever, but for what comes after. Visualization is something that is vital for your development into the higher realms. So I know it may be a little bit confusing, but I am the Gargoyles TV show. I remember Gargoyles, and I remember watching it growing up, but I cannot remember the plot or the storyline or what it was about, really. I remember vaguely there was a female gargoyle. I remember it vaguely, but it probably has something to do with the unseen realm as well, and I'm guessing that they are maybe possibly some type of Jinn, lower dimensional. Lower doesn't mean necessarily bad. As we, well, in the Monkey King, especially in a lot of these Chinese shows that are themed this way, I don't know exactly what to call it, like fantasy, but maybe mythological fantasy, period piece fantasy, because it's like a time. But it's more so an expression of the elemental spiritual realms. Now, there is a show called Ice Fantasy, in which it also, and see, all these elemental kingdoms, like they usually live okay, but sometimes they go to war with each other. It says that also in the secret teachings of all ages about the elementals. So in this show, Ice Fantasy, which is Chinese, but you can watch it with English subtitles, it's the same deal. but they have like the Ice Kingdom, the Earth Kingdom, the Mermaid Kingdom, the Demon Realm, which is the Fire Kingdom or something like that. They're on a base. They're on the elf. They are based on the Alpha Draconis. Oh yeah, yeah. Well, they're okay, yeah, because they got wings, and they could be like part of these certain types of groups of entities. If they have fire, if they use fire magic, then they would be fire elementals. But it's not always the case, you know? It just depends. But yeah. So the Draconis ones are the ones with the wings. Yeah. And they would have a shape-shifting ability, like going from stone to flesh. Like a gargoyle. It reflects, yeah. Good reference. Thank you. I'll have to check it out. But what was I gonna say? Oh, about the ice fantasy. Yeah, it has a really beautiful theme too. Do 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 do. It's so pretty. It has this beautiful little flute. A male singer. He sings it. Kasua. Kasua. I think that's the guy's name. Anyway, he looks like Legolas from Lord of the Rings. He's got like white hair or whatever. But it's a pretty good show, and it shows you all about the elementals. Like the Mer Kingdom, they're mermaids, but they walk on their feet or whatever. It's pretty cool. It's really cute and creative. I loved it. I love the Mermaid Princess. She's my favorite one, besides the girl from Earth. And then she falls in love with the Ice Prince. I know it's a romance, but give me a break. I watch it mostly for the fantasy action part of it. And they have like magic powers, and they use elements, ice, air, fire, water, all of that. So it's pretty cool. Like in Avatar: The Last Airbender. But then again, like I'm using these things as reference because it has to do with the spiritual realms. Good night, Drumans. Sleep well. I hope you have sweet dreams and you feel better and less stressed out tomorrow. Maybe go for a run or something and get out in nature, breathe deeply, even if it's a little bit cool or rainy, you know? Have a good day, and I'll talk with you soon, okay? Good night. Yeah. So we've been on for almost 2 hours. Oh, hey, Stephen. It's good to see you. Thank you very much for your compliments. Yeah, we haven't been live here in a while. It is good to be talking with everybody and spending time together. What's the show name? The show name is called Ice Fantasy. Here, I'll get it for you. I'll put it in the chat. I always forget this. If I don't put it in the chat, please like remind me, like Lacey, when you're talking about shit, put it in the chat. Just say that, you know. Put it in the chat. Show us. Because I just get so mind boggled. Okay. Here it is here. I just sent somebody it was the fella I was interviewed with yesterday, Caleb. I sent him as examples of the elemental kingdom that I'm talking about in the elementals from the Secret Teachings. But then I forgot to put in the part about the Secret Teachings book. But that's okay. It was quite a list of links anyway. Okay, so I'm going to put the trailer for Ice Fantasy in the chat now. I'll put ice fantasy by it. But you got to remember, it's a Chinese show. So, like, I know it seems like kind of a, like, ice fantasy. Like, oh, what a boring title. But it's very, very good. But it's a certain type of genre and storyline type. Like, it's got the feel of, like, the Monkey King. It's, you know, positive. There's funny parts. You know, it's kind of like, it's got a mix of emotions. But it's good. It's good. I like it. Yeah, there's like reddish brown in my hair. I mean, I do have to dye it now because there's grays coming in, and I don't like how much it reminds me of how much stress that I've had in my life. So, but it always was like reddish brown, and in the sun, it always was like that. So, but it's just a medium reddish brown. That's it. Might be just because of the color and the lighting in here, and the fact that my computer is like a potato for filming. So hopefully one day, you know, want to be starting something? Want to be starting something? You want to fight? T Chit and Den 1. Ding, ding, ding. Dun 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 dun. Enemy has entered the chat. Dun 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 dun. What are you going on about? No, you're just fucking around. You want to start something. You better be about it. Also, so who may be found? So what? You're drunk. Without the soul of getting down, we'll stand and face the hounds of hell. What are those? Yeah, I was doing the Mortal Kombat theme just then. Is that like song lyrics or something? Or are you putting a spell on me? Oh, it's Michael Jackson. No, I don't. There goes all my fucking cool points. I mean, I don't know Michael Jackson personally, but I do know the music. Bum 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 bum. Mortal Kombat. Of course I know Michael Jackson. But not like personally. Okay, I'm watching that film tonight. It looks awesome. Oh, it's actually not a movie. It's a TV show. It's not a movie. I can give you the Avatar, The Last Airbender. I mean, I guess you could watch the movie. It's okay. I didn't really like the movie all that much. The Last Airbender. The movie. But yeah, the movie, you can watch it on YouTube. And it's actually a TV series, but it's animated. Oh, hold on a second. Avatar, The Last Air. Whoops. The Last Airbender. It's from 2010. It's on YouTube Movies. I don't know if... Oh, yeah, you can click it. So, I don't know. You don't have to buy it or rent it. It's on YouTube Movies. And they'll show you the... Yes, I'm pretty sure it's on Netflix. There it is there. That's Avatar: The Last Airbender. I've just put it into the chat. But I forgot to put Avatar there. Oh, crap, John. That's okay. No, the link in the series, but it's like a feature film movie. The one in the link. No. That trailer there for Ice Fantasy, That's for the TV series. It's a TV series, not a movie. It's not a long TV series, but it's a TV series. I'm positive it is. This is just a trailer for the show. Yeah, it's just the Chinese trailer for the show. Oh, yeah, I remember. That's Victoria's song. Hot summer, hot, hot summer, hot summer. She's part of FX. And she's in a K-pop group, but she's Chinese. Oh, she's so cute. Why can't I meet a handsome man on a white horse like that? Yeah, this is the TV series, 100%. It is so cool. But it's not really that long. You know, it was so cool. I loved Ice Fantasy. I'll show you the Monkey King. I can actually get the Monkey King full movie on YouTube for you. And the Monkey King is awesome. So, and this is for free. So this is the movie here. It's called The Monkey King, Havoc in Heaven's Palace. It actually has to do with the higher dimensional realms, the heavenly realms. This is it here. If you want to watch a full movie, watch this one. This one is so good. This is the full movie, but if you just want the trailer, I will put the trailer next. So that's the full movie for the Monkey King, Havoc in Heaven's Palace. You can learn a lot with that. And we will give you the trailer. Whoops. Monkey King 1. There is the Monkey King international trailer. Is this it? Yeah, I think Donnie Yen. I might watch this again later. I've watched these movies so many times. I'm pretty sure 2014. Is this it? Let me see the Monkey King. What do you look like? Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's it. Sun Wukong. Okay, so this next link is the Monkey King trailer. Ooh. He's so funny. I love the Monkey King. Very inspiring too. Oh no. What the hell happened? Oh, it's a new tab. Never mind. I fucked up. I'll fix it. Okay, I fixed it. What was I doing? M-O-N. Oh my god. M-O-N. Monkey King. Stupid fingernail. There. That's the Monkey King trailer. Oh, I know. I don't ever watch English voiceovers, like, unless I'm like really sick and I have to lay too far away, like from a TV or whatever. I'll make an exception, but I don't like voiceovers, and I don't like what's that called? Like normally dubbed, even Sailor Moon dubbed over, I don't like. I only like it in its original of Japanese, not in English. So, yeah. And I find that's important to get like the original feel and experience of the show, you know, the emotion of the original actors and whatever. Yeah. Yeah, it is. It's pretty funny, but I mean, there's a lot of wisdom and lessons to be learned. Ow, my foot hurts. I think I got a swollen foot. I do. Why is my foot so fucking swollen? I got a fat toe. I got a swollen foot. I got a swollen foot. I got a swollen foot. I got a jar of dirt. Why the fuck I got a swollen foot? Gah. Yeah, I probably need to eat some more food. Oh, I'm gonna get some macaroni salad. Got myself some macaroni salad. But I'm going to be consulting the Oracle momentarily. I should have got more drinks. Didn't get enough to drink. Ooh. I didn't get any pop or juice or anything. All I got was milk and water so that I would drink more water. Yum, look, macaroni salad. Macaroni salad goes good with pork chop. Big, juicy barbecue pork chop. Hi, Steven. Yeah, no, you know why? My foot's probably swollen because I had my legs crossed for a while. I spent the whole interview sat on my legs. And when the interview was over, I tried to get up and I couldn't. Oh. It's really hot here too, John. It's 25 degrees. The other day it was 28. It got really hot really quickly. So it's been pretty hot here in Edinburgh. Went down by the docks. It was 20 degrees in the air. But because the sea is the North Sea being cold, it was like foggy from the sea right up to the harbor town. Hot and foggy. Sorry, I almost choked. At the same time. Never experienced that till I came to Scotland. $29 here, 31 tomorrow. Oh no. It remains like decently cool in here. Like sometimes I find myself to get a little bit of a chill. So it's all good. Sometimes if like I don't close the windows up and make sure the curtains are closed, then it gets hot. I was gonna put makeup on and like get ready and whatever. I didn't want to. I took a shower and I put the lotion on the skin and then I don't know, I just don't want to put that gunk on my face again. I had it on yesterday for my interview. I know I keep mentioning a lot. It's just because I don't have a life. That's the only thing that's really going on. I'm content with how things are for the most part. But again, I really would love to have people in my life to share memories with and like I'd much prefer to be out having a meal with everyone and talking together, you know. That's right. Or else it gets the hose again. Yeah, making memories, celebrating life. That's what I was saying this whole time, but I can't seem to make any connections with people that understand me or, want to be around me or have this reciprocal type of relationship. Like, I had a girl down the hall, not the one from before, a different one. And she asked me to go to the gym with her. We were texting, and then she just stopped talking to me. And I kind of like, she asked me if I wanted to do something, but it was really, really short notice, and I needed time to take a shower. And I was like, well, I'm just not ready. I'm not ready to go anywhere or anything. So maybe she just thought, oh, and she never asked me before. It's only now that she's going through a breakup. So I don't really know, but whatever, because honestly, I didn't really want to go to the gym. I would have went with her and just like trotted along on the treadmill, but I don't eat enough properly to be going to the gym. And that's what I tried to say, but because I don't want to do that, I'm not good for anything. So whatever. Maybe it's, I don't know, but it's fine. You would think, like, when you tell somebody, we can't really go to the gym with you. I need to get my eating back on track. I haven't been eating well because I'm stressed out so much. And you'd think that they'd ask you, like, hey, are you doing better? How are you eating? I hope that you're eating well so you'll be able to come to the gym with me, right? But most people are just looking for space to fill up in their life. And, well, that's not going to be me. I would make you the best meal ever, Lacey. Before my time as a soldier, I was 5-star hotel head chef, classic French trained. Wow. No, I don't like fancy food, though. Like, at all. And I don't like fish. Like, fancy food is weird. But I mean, like, I'm not trying to be rude and disrespectful and, like, spit in your face for your offer. But I would love a nice barbecued, well-spiced, barbecued, I said that twice, pork chop on the barbecue. Ugh. Lots of people like fish. I don't. Ugh, I don't like the smell. I don't like the texture. I know it's healthy for you, but I don't like it. Well, I don't know. I don't really know what's going on out in the world. What's going on in the world? Maybe I'll be sorry I asked. I couldn't really care less, so. But you can tell me if you want. Hmm. Things have gotten expensive more on Temu since the stupid tariff thing. So I know about that. I haven't noticed, like, any kind of food shortages or anything. Ow. Oh, my fucking leg. My right foot is swollen and it hurts. Well, you just have to be careful from what you order. Make sure you read the reviews, make sure you read the description, you know. I always do stuff like that, and it's pretty good. Oh, Mar, you can't go outside, baby. Are you hot? Yeah. I know. You're hot from doing the horny dance. Come here. Yeah. Well, I know. You're doing the horny dance, taking a horny stance. Yeah. Oh, Russia's threatening to nuke America and Europe? Wonderful. Ah, great news. What? Pakistan attacked India for what? India blew up a Pakistani nuclear storage facility. Well, that was stupid. Now the radiation's going to go everywhere. Facility in Pakistan threatening to nuke India. Oh, for God's sake. Well, if they're threatening nuclear war, that can only mean one thing. Alien time. You know why? Because it always says throughout this whole thing that if it ever comes down to nuclear war, the aliens will intervene. So we can always hope for that, right? Or, I mean, it's nice you could just think of that, because either way, if they do set off nukes, you could just bend way over and kiss your ass goodbye. Because there is very low chance of survival. I'm not trying to take away your hope or anything, but that's the one thing I can think of in the grand scheme of the agenda, because as if they're blowing each other up. Yeah, I know. That's the thing about it too. Like, well, I mean, I get dresses. My one dress there was $14, but yeah, there was one there that was 20. I noticed the prices go up on Temu, unfortunately. The USA sent a nuclear research plane over Pakistan. It circled and left, but the plane only comes out if nuclear incident took place. Huh. It's a race called the Yay Hartet Favor Avatar The Last Airbender in what? In the Galactic Encyclopedia? I don't know what that is. That favorite? Like they like it? Like the show? Meanwhile, Britain is being invaded by thousands. Oh. Yeah, well, that's been going on for years, though. That was going on in Germany, and that's just to cause what was that part of the plan? They want to cause stress, displacement, and I forget what else. But that's why. Elena Danon's book Galactic Encyclopedia. What? Sorry, Steven. You mean like her book on the alien races? Like the one I have? I'm getting deja vu that when I was showing my alien races book before, you had said that you had that, right? Is that what you're talking about? Because, like, oh, you mean with the thing on the forehead, like the arrow? Are you talking about like the arrow? What do you mean? Elena Denon, Book Galactic Encyclopedia. They favo them in. I don't understand. They both of. It's another book. Oh, really? So now she's talking about Avatar: The Last Airbender, huh? Really? Since when? This woman. Please don't tell me any more about her. I don't want to hear about her. She knows fucking well it's not aliens and galactic and fucking Star Trek. I can see how it resembles that a little bit, but no. That just pisses me off. Why can't she just leave things alone? Did she say that it resembles? I haven't read the book or anything. That they favor? No. Don't you dare tell me that she said that they like Avatar: The Last Airbender. I'm going to have to get this a little bit more clear because I don't. The tomfoolery and the bullshit I'm really, really fucking sick of. I really am. And like that's one thing that I was worried about, like these fucking parasite people coming around just trying to hear what they can hear so they can put it in another fucking book or go and get, oh, I got something new to give out or la 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 la. Give me $10,000 to speak. Oh, I know something because fuck, man. Yeah. Listen, I'm just going to ask you, please don't come here and talk about that lady. Like, I'm not mad at you. It's her and it's the situation. I don't want that. She should have stuck with Star Trek and left it alone. End of story. She already made up with her extraterrestrial boyfriend and all her little space adventures. She should have just left it alone. I don't go over and pretend like I'm in Star Trek or anything. So she should have just left it alone. You know what I mean? Like, it's too late now. You've already told everyone that you're a space ambassador and you're with the aliens and you're traveling to Neptune. It's too late now. You can't backtrack. You either have to tell the truth exactly what you've done or forget it. That's it. So it's no. I only bought that one and I will never buy anybody else's book ever again. Because after all that happened to me, no. And I'm not saying that I'm the one that knows everything and that blah 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 blah. But no. I just want her to go away out of my life. I don't look at her stuff. I don't want to hear about her. No, after what she did about the Anunnaki, and I don't care. I really don't give a shit what people think. I had a Telegram channel at one time before it was Paranormal Panorama, but I deleted it like 3 times now. I was tagging her ass and everything. She saw all that stuff about the Anunnaki, and then she went and started saying, oh, I speak for the Anunnaki now. Fuck that bitch, and I don't care. Say it right to her face. Fuck that bitch. Mm-mm. No, you did what you did. You went and told people you're an alien ambassador, and you went around using words like the R word as an alien ambassador, holier than everybody else. Look at me. No, fuck that. You've already made your fucking bed. Leave Avatar alone. Too late. You could have done this with the elementals years ago, but you made it look like fucking Star Trek. See, now I'm in a bad mood. Fucking asshole people. Not you. Not anybody in my chat. But these fucking grifters. So I haven't heard it. Sorry. Anyway, I'm sorry, everybody. That clearly triggers me. I've gone through a lot with those people. If I've expressed it enough, I thought I did on my channel that, this secret space program hero nonsense was very traumatizing to me. And I don't mean to be fucking dramatic, but if it hasn't been clear already, and if you don't know about this stuff, I would direct you to the Truth Seekers channel with Stephen Cambion, because his research on a lot of these people is excellent, okay? If you can get over the fact that, he's talking about them being bald and gay and whatever else, and and get past that part. He does really well. And it really shows just what these people are like. And just because he hasn't caught Elena Denon yet doesn't mean he won't. So, because they're all the fucking same, throwing Corey Good under the fucking bus. Like, you're not doing the same fucking thing. And as if she did that to Megan Rose. No. Fuck no. It's shenanigans. Like, they're doing shenanigans. Tom fucking foolery, shenanigans, fucking childish bullshit. Writing stories and telling everybody you're going to goddamn Neptune when you're not. Shut up. Fuck. Ugh. Sorry. Well. Anyway. No, don't tell me to calm down, and please don't call me babe. I addressed this before, but you weren't here, I remember. I already shut that kind of down. There's a lot of people that have left, and I don't care. I'm not telling you to leave or anything, but what I'm saying is that I know that it means a term of endearment, but I just don't like men feeling that they can be that familiar with me. And so I've shut that down completely. And I know that I'm in a little bit of a upsetted mood, but yeah. Okay. No, it just reminds me of them. She's a fraud. Well, see, what it is that they are teaching the truth, but in like an infantile, simplified fantasy way of their own. Like, they take it and they make a creation out of it. Like I could have with the Elemental Kingdom, and like I still could write creative stories. Like I was thinking about, like writing like a little bit even about my interactions that I know of with the Greys, and then just kind of rolling with it, and because it can get kind of funny, with their dullness and stuff like that. So I thought about these things, but then, people have had enough of that. I really do believe that, they call themselves truthers, but they're not. They're truth by deception, really. And I don't know. That's what upsets me so much. And that's why I've always felt drawn and connected to that Grub Circle message that says we oppose deception. And I didn't really know why at the time, and I'm still drawn to it at this time. Much pain, but still time. True that. And maybe this is still time to recover it, I hope so. But it clearly bothers me quite a bit about this. And there's so many of them. And it's like just to make money. Like I was saying, I've explained this in many videos. There's a girl doing this, pretending to be an alien contact ambassador extraordinaire. And she's charging people $22,000 to talk to the aliens for them. No. 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 This girl was back in the day scamming with this fella who was also claiming to be a super soldier and in secret space programs. They were drug addicts. And I knew that back then. And Stephen Cambion agreed, drug addicts. He did a big thing on them, Sarah Adams and Max Spears, and still at it. But I had no idea they were. None. Well, he passed away. And so I didn't even know what happened to her. I thought she just went on with her life. But no, continued the scam. Because it benefits. It makes money. I can't do it. I couldn't live with myself, you know? I can't. So, yeah. Well, I mean, and you know what else she tells people? That Sarah Adams is telling people that she can cure cancer and shit. Yeah. And charging money. I'm a healer. That's why I never say, like, I'm a psychic medium or a fucking whatever. You know what I mean? Because I don't identify with any of that shit. Anybody who I've ever seen say that stuff is a true wackadoo. There's one in my fucking town. I'm sorry. I don't mean to get so upset. It's just very overwhelming and stressful for me. It's made my life difficult. And, you know, I don't mean to seem so self-important, la 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 la. It's just, you know, I've had a hard enough time figuring things out as it is. And turns out I don't know a lot about fucking aliens, but I do know the spirit realm as if, and I mean, they even kind of tricked me in that way because again, like I've said this before, you're not really going to care much about the spirit realm, and we didn't. And that was the whole point of it. We needed an incentive to think like the aliens were going to land one day and make our world better or whatever. Fuck, I hope so. Like I just said, like with all the nukes and stuff. But in their agenda plan, they've always been saying if nuclear weapons were involved, that would be the time when these extraterrestrials would get involved. It's been said for years and years and years and years. So first asteroids and then aliens in that last card thing. So, I mean, I don't have a negative, nefarious, like fear, like something bad's going to happen feeling at all. I kind of just have hope that everything's going to work out for the best. And, you know, if you get nuked, well, the worst thing about it is the fear before it happens. So it's so quick, especially if you're in the blast radius, you're going to turn to dust within moments. You know, you probably won't even feel it, if that makes you feel any better, says the Asura. Because that's exactly what they fucking sound like. Well, it's not going to be that bad. It will incinerate you fairly quickly. Cheers. Oh, great. You know, kind of like that. So, yeah, you would want to be in the blast 100%. You would not want to live with the aftermath if you know anything about the Hiroshima bombings, which was just atrocious, like the worst thing. So really, nuclear war is probably the worst tragedy and crime you can commit, you know, especially against people who didn't do anything and don't deserve it, when it's has to do with governments and, you know, factions fighting within or whatever bullshit, you know. So, well, be careful what you wish for, John, because being taken off this planet may be that you may just, you know, pass away into the next life. Well, I mean, that's what I mean, right? You would to and be gone in the blast. Well, no, because the deep state will hide underground. If they've really been building bunkers, that's what they're for, and they'll just outlast the radiation in their little bunkers. That's all. So the cabal assholes won't be gone, and the deep state won't be gone. They'll just be hiding like little fucking cockroaches in the dirt, wait for it to get better so they can reemerge and pillage and all over again. Canada isn't going to make it. Well, yeah, we're not doing so good up here. The grocery prices are so high that it's really difficult for me to afford food. I had to take out another loan just to get groceries, so it is difficult. But like I said, I try not to worry about things like that. I know it seems like I'm avoiding reality, but really, I couldn't give two shits anyway. I mean, like I've just expressed. So, what's the point in even looking, right? Unless the aliens have landed, I don't care. The book Last Train from Hiroshima, I'm pretty sure I read that in school, is a look into pure hell. I've read some books on it, and it really is. It really is. Like, people would go out to reach out to help other people, and they'd grab their hand, and the skin came right off. It was worse than any horror film that you could ever see. So yeah, but I mean, the thing is that um, it sucks. There's nothing you can do about it, and it's fairly true, So this is why I tend not to watch the news, and I don't worry about it. And I had to ask you, and I'm still not all that. I pray for those people. I don't want humanity to suffer in any way just because it's not affecting me at this moment here. Um, but what can you do? So, well, the thing about it is religion is a pretty elementary, no disrespect way to put it, with Satan and God and all of that. But yeah, I would say so, that this, like how they say this world is of the flesh, you know, and it is what Jesus as a teacher said when he said that I am in this world, but I am not of this world. And I can totally relate to that, if that's what you mean. That's one of the reasons why I have such a hard time taking part in it, I suppose. But I do know that I should most definitely try to make the best of it and enjoy my life more, you know? Even with the littlest things, like instead of, like, I'm going to get off live and I'm going to go outside to try to bring my mood back up, and I'm okay, but I just like to get outside now and whoa, excuse me, and just get some more exercise. Get out in the sun, some fresh air. Bingo was his name. Oh, that's right. Well, this is the thing. The aliens can't take you to another world, and I'm going to tell you why. Even if you were, say there is an ice wall, I've already thought of this myself. Even if there was an ice wall, I'll use myself as an example, and I make it there and I climb it and get over it. However, it doesn't matter how, I do it. And I get and I see these ancestral lands, okay? The thing about it is, even if I could do this today, would I really want to go and contaminate their world with my shit? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if people really think about that, but it's not that they would think you a burden. And I'm not saying that this is the case or how they feel. This is just how I've thought about it. It's made me feel a little bit better because I too yearned to get out of here so desperately, you have no idea. But when it comes down to it, all of these people, for the most part, are like telepathic and empathic. And me being in the current state that I am, I wouldn't want to go over there and have everybody be worried about me and, be unhealed. And I know we would like to think you would get into a magical med bed and make things okay, which would be great because I would love to heal my CPTSD, even 25% in a med bed. That'd be great. But it just may not be that way. And when it comes down to it, you have to think about others, not just yourself. So as much it would be nice to be taken away to another world, and we can always hope that we would fit in. God knows I've daydreamed of that a lot. In reality, though, that's why it's called a transformation when we go from life to death. And we are transforming from one thing to another. And I think that it's possible that it may be that this life is training for what comes in the afterwards, in the afterlife, for whatever next step in the evolutionary spiritual hierarchy scale you are going through in this gigantic school where we are all in different grades and at different levels. Not all of us are going to graduate at the same time and all of that. And this kind of reflects out to the different waves of ascension. Unfortunately, though, it is nice to daydream about. It is, but the reality of it happening is unlikely. I mean, the breakaway civilization may be, I'm not saying this for sure, but even based on my experience, that I feel like, they were observing me. Let's just say this is the case, that they are observing humanity looking for members to join their civilization. Candidates as graduates into the higher colleges and universities as we graduate from this school here. Probably. But I can't say who is being observed and who isn't, right? So I'm not trying to be like to crush your hopes and dreams or anything, or put you down in any way. Do you think it's going to be harder? Games are usually harder as they level up. It is true. You mean like in the greater colleges and universities out there? Oh yeah. So it'll have its challenges. So I'll give you this example. I know I've just said I wanted to leave, but I want to get this out before I forget, because I was thinking about the 108 thing in the shower and this. About the time thing in the spirit realm, but also this. What is it? Games are usually harder. In the spirit realm, you don't really have any privacy, so you're never alone, literally. People can just walk through the walls. Hey, how's it going? A lot of the times you will have manners, like, knock, knock, may I enter? I couldn't remember the word. But, for the most part, everyone's a spirit and there is no physical boundaries. So you don't really have any privacy. I suppose that's one thing I can be grateful for, that in some way that I have a lot of privacy and time to myself, whereas before I probably didn't. Um, so it helps me be a little bit grateful, because when you are in the spirit realm, like I said, you are surrounded by people all the time. You are not never alone, as they say. So there is that, and it does get more difficult because you will also face, different types of beings out there. And it might get like Avatar the Last Airbender. So it could, there are its different challenges, and this is why and I'm sure that there will be certain type of training to be able to use that type of ability. Like in the video game in the beginning, they show you how to use stuff with the aether, that is. And it's like you're the fifth element, right? Of earth, air, fire, and water. You become the fifth element. And, well, it probably will get harder. Like, I just don't know all of the ways. I'm trying to describe them as many as I can. You know, at that point, you won't be able to hide any of your thoughts and feelings at all, like we can here. So there are different challenges and stuff like that. It will be harder and easier in other ways. Like, you won't have to worry about eating. And if you do want to eat, you can eat 12 pies if you want to, all in a row. And you won't get sick and you won't get fat. And it'll taste good, and it will be just like you ate 12 pies. All different flavors. You can eat whatever you want. There are links underneath my last video which will express this. They put it in TV and movies all the time, but it reflects into the spiritual realm. If you watch the trailer for the movie from 1991 called Defending Your Life, just the trailer, I'll go get it. If you watch this trailer, it says, right in the trailer, turn it up, listen, it says, Hollywood has been trying to tell you what the afterlife is like for a very long time. In the trailer. And they're telling you the truth. This is one of my favorite movies of all time now, and I haven't seen it until just the past few years. And it was from 1991. But this is one of the best movies about the afterlife. And I talked about it yesterday in my video that I posted. So this is the movie Defending Your Life from 1991. There you go. And then I'll show you a little bit about the spiritual hierarchy and the life review and how the people are in the spirit body and they're like infants. But, as far as this being Satan's world, I would say that at this time it does appear that the opposing forces have got it in the bag. We got to remember, it says everywhere that the Christ, or our hope, shows up at the last minute when we need it the most. So, and this isn't something I'm making up. I know this because that's what it says even in the Bible, right? Returns when you need it the most. So, kind of like Dragon Ball Z with power levels. You know what is amazing is Dragon Ball Z and Sailor Moon both have enormous references to the spirit realm, especially Dragon Ball Z. It was brought to my attention that Goku actually gets an angel from the higher realms to come down and train him how to become one. So it very, very much reflects it a lot. Dragon Ball Z actually is the ancestor of the Monkey King, surprisingly enough. That's why he's got that little tail. That's where he comes from. He comes from Sun Wukong, the Monkey King. That's where Goku comes from in Dragon Ball Z. So it reflects out there like that. And I forget, it's in the later seasons where Goku gets this angel It could be still in my history. Hold on, I'll show you. If it's there, I don't know. It's been a little bit since I've seen this, at least since September, I think. Last September. Wait. Yeah. Let's see. Let's put in Goku and let's see if Oh, the complete story of Sang Wukong, the origin of Goku. So I can give you that. Because that's where Goku comes from. Ah, shit. Nah, it isn't here. But in the show, these are from September, though. But, oh. Wait, let's see if this works. Goku gets trained by... But they have, like... Hang on. Goku arrives with the Grand Priest. That kind of sounds right. But I don't know, and I can't quite remember. Wait. Okay, he comes down. That looks like, I have the power. Okay, that's Goku, and he's got... Oh, he's got a little alien. Yeah, this must be it. That is a being of the higher dimensional realms. This is an alien. Oh my God, look at that one. Okay, sorry, I'm enjoying this way too much, and I'm not showing you. Okay, so what do I have? I have the origin story of Goku. The origin story of Goku, who comes from the Monkey King. So that's this link here. And then Goku getting trained. Oh my God, he even has a little halo and he's blue. He reminds me of here I was bitching about Elena. But, you know, I always said that this was good. I don't fucking like what they've done with it. Pisses me right off. It's so stupid. Okay, what was I saying? He reminds me, little blue fella. And I know they're not colored here, but where is it? Oh, it might take me a while to find it. And I'm pretty sure it even has a little, ooh, 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 ooh. Oh my God, I just sound like a monkey. Well, he kind of looks like this one. Hang on, I can't see myself. Oh, there. Kind of looks like that one. I'm going to give you the link for it in a second. It's kind of got that kind of head. And here, I'll show you the link. But Goku arrives with the Grand Priest. But I mean, even though this is not the one that I was looking for, it works. There's other ones, but I can't remember what it's called because I haven't really watched Dragon Ball Z. I think Whis is the name of the angel in Dragon Ball Super. Yeah, it's like later on seasons, not in the earlier seasons, I'm pretty sure. Beerus is a god of destruction. Yeah, there was something about it being a god or something, and it came down to train Goku how to become a god or something. But here, just let me get you this. This is Goku with an alien. Okay, just check this out. Alien/angel. Here, this is just for example, because I'm not a huge knower of Dragon Ball Z, but I keep fucking forgetting that I want to, because so that I can learn about the references. I'm just gonna keep watching and I'm mute here for a second. Ooh. Oh my God, she's like a tall white. Yeah, the little blue fella. Where have I seen that with a little halo around his head? This, you know who this... Oh, wait, I'll tell you in a second. This totally looks like Jar Jar Binks. totally does. It looks a lot like Jar Jar Binks to me. Hold on. This one here. And I mean, look, she drew that. She's really great at it. Like, why the fuck did you need to make it sound like it was aliens and shit? I don't know, man. You didn't need to make up no super fucking story to sell sell books. You should have told us these are the spirits of the spirit realm and the peoples who came before us and shit. See, that if that isn't a fairy, I don't know what is. That's a fairy. Look at the ears. Yeah, look at the ears. It's a fairy. Look. Look at the ears. She's a spirit, this. And so is that. Yeah. They're both the same. Okay, let me see. So that's Goku with the alien angel. The alien you just showed is the type is the blue-gray color. Ijiji. There's a whole bunch of different ones, but yeah, this one in the clip is like a little small blue alien. I know that I've seen it before, but I just can't freaking remember. Like maybe Andromeda. That was Arcturus. Hang on, let me see something. But yeah, they're just little ones. But yeah, you can see them. But it's the spirit realm. They're not aliens. Like, even with ancient aliens, ancient Egypt was all about the afterlife, all about the spirit realm, ancient China and ancient India as well. So, cat people. Well, yeah, that looks like one of the characters right there from Dragon Ball Z. Oh, I can't see myself, so I can't see if I'm showing you right. Look, that looks like one of the characters from Dragon Ball Z right there. But it's the spirit realm. So there's something, I don't know if I'll be able to find the little blue fella. But it's almost like it reminds me of the little and Denari and what is the being that Bashar says he's talking to? He's a little fella too, that one. And I think he might be blue. Little blue fella. But anyway, with the halo. But that is really interesting about Dragon Ball Z. Thank you for reminding me, because I forgot about that. Yeah, these are all elementals. It confused the shit out of me about aliens, like 2,100 million light years away. Yeah, okay. No, well, it doesn't really matter. I'm just now looking through it. But, distractions. She's such a good artist, though. I would love to see comic books drawn by her. Look at that. She's so fucking good at it. Look at her drawings. Look at Thorian's face. That's so good. She should do comic books, man. I always loved her artwork. Because, I like to draw, too. She's so good even at hands. She's probably practiced at hands a lot. She's much older than me, too. Well, not that much older, disrespectfully, but anyway. It's a love-hate relationship. My fucking eyeballs itchy now. There we go. My eyelashes, rather. That's what I get for wearing makeup. My makeup is on for a few hours, and then I just I want to scratch. It makes me feel itchy. Ugh. And then it gets, like, the makeup's under my nails, even though there's not a lot of it. Like, I don't wear tons of makeup, but it's just, even just the blush and, like, the bronzer or whatever, it's, so gross. Right, so what am I looking up? Oh, hi, Dommy. How are you? The alien. I think, The Dragon Ball Super Beerus. I think that is who. Okay, that's who we're talking about. Because I remember what it looks like, and it kind of floats. Berus. Okay, hang on, let me see. Yeah, see, these look like aliens too. He's got a little halo around his neck. Dragon Ball Z Goku versus Beerus. Oh, there's the that must be the cat god, Bass. Oh, and yeah, most of the beings, they have like a little halo. This one's got a little halo too, and that symbolizes the higher dimensional realms. He's blue skinned again with the halo. Think blue skin like the Hindu gods. That is the cat goddess. Yeah, this is the spirit realm too. That's interesting. And he must be like the avatar Goku. Wait, let me see what this. Let's see if that is an actual character. Shh. Not you. And I was saying shush because my computer was just doing this kind of weird wibbity bitty bitty thing. I don't know what it was doing. Oh, okay, let me see. Okay, Whis, let me see this person. I don't know if it was that character, and he looks like he's small as a child there because they can shape shift. Maybe, yeah, well, it's definitely a higher dimensional. If that loop, that also has to do with like the Ouroboros, it looks like. Hold on. I can't tell. I can't see it close enough. It almost looks like, no, I think it's just a circle, but it might have to do with symbolically the reincarnation cycles. I don't know. Or it just could be a halo to symbolize a divinity in the higher dimensions. But like, this is why I use examples of TV shows and stuff. It's not that I think fantasy is real life. It's just that fantasy can reflect other things to give people a visualization and an example of how it reflects in the outer space of us from our inner space. Like I was saying, the imagination, people think that it's totally useless and, no good and all that. People have always been telling me I live in my head too much. Well, look what I've done with it. Or daydream too much, It's funny because when I started all this, I remember writing a story called Future Connections, and now I'm making all these future connections, and it's pretty fucking interesting how it comes around full circle. We don't expect it to. Like, there were just, like, I never thought that I would ever figure out the answers of who those superhero type of people were. And, now I have with the higher dimensionals and all that. Yeah, well, they are, but it's very clever deception. You know what I mean? Or the Supreme Kai. Yeah, there's different words for the avatar. It just depends on your perspective and like your word usage, and it depends on language and shit like that too. You know what I mean? There's different terms for it in different places. Hold on a second. Well, I mean, think of it this way, like Bigfoot, right? Bigfoot could have been part of one of these past civilizations, and some of them survived whatever mass level extinction event they could have gone through. You see what I mean? It's possible that it's not that they're directly human related, and the timeline of our existence has been greatly altered. So, I mean, it could have taken 100 friggin' million years, you know. So that's the problems with it, because mainstream science will tell you we've only had a few thousand years or whatever, according to the Bible or whatever it is. Uh, yeah. So it's a little bit a mess. But life imitates art. Yes. Mm. Yeah, so with Dragon Ball Z, it actually teaches you a lot in there. So you may not know about things, like you may not have read any alien book, but you may know of a certain TV show that may help you understand the spirit realm and the elementals. Even Pokemon will help you understand the elemental realms. If you're good at Pokemon, you'll be good at defending yourself in the elemental worlds. So, what if you did the physical labor job and used your mind towards that? Are you talking to me? I had the best job of my life last year, and I've had many jobs. Unfortunately, my illness acts up and I lose all the jobs I've ever had. It's not that the children in my job stressed me out last time. It wasn't them at all. It was actually the adults, especially the drivers that I had to work with. And it's truly unfortunate. Um, I know a lot of people will be cruel that way and just say, go get a job. And I don't think that you meant it that way. But it is something that bothers me that I haven't been successful at, of course. Um, and that was the best job I've ever had in my life that I loved. And I was extremely good at working with children with special needs and disabilities. They were very special, and I cared for them, and I loved my job. And it gave me a great amount of joy and peace in my life, to be honest, because I do love children very much, and just their energy and their laughter, and so yeah, it's just that I'm ill a lot and I don't have the support. Like, even a hug, you don't understand that I cannot remember what it feels like to hug someone that I love and be hugged by someone that I am loved by. I don't remember this kind of physical interaction or connection. I have been totally isolated for come on then for 7 years now, single without a partner. So I know a lot of people make assumptions like I just need a hobby or a job or whatever. And I mean, thank you for thinking out for me. Like, I should do something with myself. Um, and I am doing the best of my ability. It's very difficult living this life when you're alone, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. My birthday will be coming up again in August, and well, guess who's going to spend a Hallmark birthday alone? Most likely me. So, and it's not that I am trying to put expectations or blah blah blah, but I've tried to hope for the best before and it ends up the same way, so now I just don't really care. Hello, calmly, welcome. So, it's not so much that I just need a job or a hobby. People think that this will fix things. And if you don't understand what I'm talking about or don't think that it's relevant or don't care, then, well, why are you here? And not to be rude, but that's, um, but art imitates life. Well, it's almost the same question. Which one came first, chicken or the egg? It's the same type of question as that. So, Good night, John. I hope you sleep well. And I will try to have another live stream again soon. Here's Marv. She's done doing the horny dance, taking a horny stance. Is it more about swimming? Yeah, I know. I need to swim in the river of life. I have thought about things. It's just that I will do well, and I really need the kind of support and love in my life that I am looking for, and I prefer just not to address it any further. A lot of people come and tell me to get a job or a hobby or color in a coloring book, and okay, thank you. But I'm just doing a live stream and talking. So if you just, not do that. Well, I know what you mean, to get out of my head. I understand that. And there was someone else who told me that as well and helped me to do so. And I am doing just fine, even though I can get upset. I can evaluate the situation, re-regulate, and move forward, which is what we are going to do. But anyway, it's been 3 hours now. I already said that I was going to go before, and I want to go outside. So I'm going to let you go. I've been out of work for 3 years. Yeah, I know we talked about this, but you do have stuff going on. You've got your channel and your eBay thing going on. So don't feel like a failure in anything like that. And it's not a failure. It's just how the world, if you don't have like 1 million subscribers and you're not getting sponsored, and that makes you seem like you're not successful. Success depends upon how you view yourself in your own life. Failure is when you give up. And it doesn't matter what other people think, what your success looks like on the outside. It depends on how you feel. And I think that's most people's problems, is that they think that, number one, they have the solution to everybody else's problem. And number two, that that they know what success looks like for someone else. And Merv, okay, not on my new skirt. Okay, if you're gonna get all fucking horny dance, I can't have no fucking horny claws in my brand new skirt. I love you. So yeah. Did I finish what I was saying about success? And I've had success I'd like to share with you. No, I'm not offended. It's clearly a little bit of a sore spot because of the fact that I had the best job of my life and my illness. Like, people think that I take responsibility and I try to control it to the best of my degree, my ability. Okay. But this is a real thing. It's not self-diagnosed. It is something that I struggle with and that I'm working on daily. And also trying to work on my interactions with other people. So it's not that I'm offended. It's just that it's very frustrating for me that I can't support myself. And, I was doing very well. And this is something that I also said that, that I struggle with, because I wanted to make an honest living. And as you said, why don't you go and do some hard labor? I know you don't mean it like that, but people have been very cruel to me in my past, on this channel, in my life. A lot of people don't want anything to do with me because they think that I can't go and get a job, or that I'm lazy and that I'm useless. And, it's pretty terrible, the judgments. Or she doesn't think she needs to work. Look at the way she looks with her long hair. Oh, she must think she's too good for a job. Trust me, I've heard it all. And it's painful, because they don't know what this is like. And I do wish I could work. I didn't want to come online and be like this was never like a beggar for money type of deal. And it's never going to be. But I'm not saying that I don't require any help, because I do. And it's hard, because even when I was selling my book, I'm getting all stuffed up now because of my allergies. Even my book didn't make any income. It makes no income. Amazon makes all the income. I don't make anything. I make $1. Maybe I have 40 books. I made $4. Like $3.68 in one payment and $1 something in another, and that's it. And I sold 43 books. So you don't get money from that. Amazon gets money for that. So this whole thing about how I'm going to survive, and this is for my mental state. This is how I am surviving, by talking about the things that make me happy and that hold my interest, and that I feel are beneficial for others to hear, especially with a lot of the cons and scams and grifts that I've fallen for over the years. That's another thing about my CPTSD, is that I don't want these things to happen to others. So I know, well, even asking, and it's not that but that's why I hesitate and I get like this about it, because there's channels on YouTube that are attacking people for that. And it's not that I'm a lazy bum on welfare or disability. Yes, I do have a disability and I do get money for that because I've been diagnosed with a very pain in the ass condition. Anyway, people don't really care to hear about it. And like, I'm not trying to play victim or anything, but again, it's a sore spot that has been in my life, because I've tried so hard to keep a job, and I don't think I've ever had one for more than 6 months because of my disorder. It is post-traumatic stress. So I lived in an extremely violent, stressful situation for 17 years. I don't want to talk about it anymore. Okay. I'm going to go. Okay. I'm sorry, everybody. I'm going to be fine. Like, I'm on my period right now too, right? Did I already mention that? It's almost over, but I am dealing with that right now. So, yeah. I feel about starting a group. I have started a group. I've been to spiritual groups. I'm trying not to. Why are you suggesting this? You don't really need a job if you can get enough people. Well, I mean, I've talked about this on my channel. This is why I made the loneliness video. I do not connect with people in this town. I have tried to. I've gotten myself out there. I've joined community centers, groups, mental health facilities, spiritual things, yoga, whatever. And it's not TMI. Grow up. You are a grown man. And if, this is why I wouldn't want a man like you. You should be an adult. If you can't handle a woman's period, you shouldn't be with one, and you shouldn't have one. You shouldn't have one, straight up. Go get some sunshine or not, doesn't matter, straight up. You don't deserve a woman. If you can't handle her period, you don't deserve any pussy. Okay? Grow up and be a man. For real. Yeah. If you cannot handle the period, you should not have the pussy. That's right. I hope so, Stephen Woods. I hope so. You can tell. My hormones are acting up. Listen. Sorry. But I really do feel that way. Any man who's like, ugh, about a woman's period, you're thinking she's gross, you don't love her, you should love the shit out of her when she's on her period. You take that vagina for granted, you shouldn't get it. That's it. And I'm not saying that directly to you. I need to go. Okay, everybody. For real, I'm trying to tell myself to shut the fuck up. Like, I'm like putting a finger on my mouth, like, shut up. Okay. Okay. All right. Well, it was wonderful. No, it really was. I'm sorry about my mood swing. But I am not joking. And this is most likely why I am single. So, thank you very much for being here with me tonight. I appreciate you all, and I will try to do another one of these again soon when I can. So be on the lookout for my avatar video. I'm excited to put that one out. I'm going to talk a little bit, like I said, about what I talked about in this video in the live, and talk about, the secret teachings of all ages, and do the comparison with the salamanders, undines. I mean, we did pretty good here today, but a lot of people aren't going to watch like a 3.5 hour live, so I'll just have to make it a little bit shorter. And I don't have a hat to tip. You can just pretend that works too. Air tip, like how, know what people do. I'm always afraid to like put my fingers here now like this, because people think I'm going to do like the 666 hand signage. You know what I mean? Stupid arseholes. That is not what I'm doing. So there you go. Tips the hat. Thank you. No, I this is just how it is. I don't snap out all the time, but I will calm down. And it's not like, I'm that irate. I will misunderstand people a tiny bit, but look, we worked through it. And whatever. This is what unconditionally loving yourself looks like. Might be messy sometimes, and a lot of people don't want to do it in the public eye, but that's fine. No, I'm not that irate. I'm really not. In the past, I could get a little bit out of control and curse and swear a bit more, and but yeah, it comes with practice. So okay, for real this time. Thank you very much for being here with me. I appreciate every single one of you. Thank you so much for your love and support, and talking with me and helping me with these topics. Like, I probably wouldn't have remembered about Dragon Ball Z. But yeah, so we will see each other again soon. And, if I can't, just try to have some patience, understanding, and know that I'm all right, and I will be back with you as soon as I can. Okay? All right. Well, me and my cloud cards say bye. Oh, fuck. I always forget to say goodbye in the chat. And I always have something cute to do, and then I fuck it up every time. Oh, well. Well, I'll just put take care this time. Take care. And then we'll give you a heart. And good night. There. Okay.